Before we get to our episode, I want to take a moment to tell you about a platform that is revolutionizing the way SMP artists market their clinics, and best of all, you don't need to spend money on ads to use it. The platform is called HighLead, and it's a complete sales and marketing system created by an SMP artist that is guaranteed to generate more bookings for your clinic. HighLead helps you capture, nurture, and close more business with dozens of features, including your own website chat widget, a unified text message, phone, and email marketing system, a review management system, helpful automations, and so much more. And beyond that, HighLead's team gives you one-on-one sales and marketing training, step-by-step onboarding calls, and responsive support. If you're ready to fill your pipeline with quality SMP leads, check out HighLead right now at gohighlead.com. You can get access to a 20-minute overview video to see behind the scenes or book a live one-on-one demo with the founder to get all your questions answered with absolutely no risk or obligations. Check out gohighlead.com today. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Scalp Solutions Podcast. I am your host, David Santiago, and today my guest is calling in from Florida, my man, my brother, Luis Galarza, aka Majestic. What's good, Majestic?
Woo! What's going on? What's going on, peeps? So yeah, my name is Luis Galarza, aka Majestic Stylez, for those who want to know my artist name. And I'm excited, bro. I'm excited to be here. It's amazing what you have been doing in the scalp micropigmentation industry, man. And I'm just glad to be one of your episodes.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. I know you're busy and you took out some time to jump on the podcast with me. I've been trying to get you on. You know, you've been acting a little Hollywood with me, but that's okay because, you know, we already took, you know, we already took care of that, bro.
Nah, bro, nah. You know, I wasn't Hollywood. You know what it was? I'm gonna be honest. Like I was saying, I really don't know what to talk about. I'm gonna be honest. All I do is just scalp micropigmentation. I don't know what to say, what to talk about. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna try.
I tell you what, you say that, but you have an amazing come up, right? And we're gonna get into SMP. But before we get into, you know, the SMP and everything that you've done SMP and what you're doing now, I want to talk about you have a, like I said, you have a very unique upbringing. For the most part, a lot of SMP artists, especially a lot of SMP artists that I'm talking with, you know, we do know that you are a barber by trade.
Yes.
But before there was Majestic, there was the magician. Talk to us about that. You are, in fact, a professional magician.
Yeah, man. So let me give you a little bit of the background of that. So before I was a barber, before anything, right? One of my jobs, I never had a normal job, by the way. Never had a normal job. I've always worked off of my talent, and God has blessed me to be able to live off of my talents. One of my talents was I sparked some interest in magic at an early age, and I was doing these magic tricks, little magic tricks here and there. There was this older gentleman in my neighborhood in Puerto Rico, and he was a professional magician doing birthday parties for little kids. Long story short, I encountered this guy. I'm so excited to show an actual magician some of the tricks that I have learned and I have done. And he was very intrigued that I was such a young kid and I knew these tricks. So he was like, "Hey, you want to work with me?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, why not? What do I got to lose?" So I started working with him more on the professional level, and I learned everything from him, and I kept it going off from there. Kept it going from there.
And then you went into your
And that's how the name.
And I'm sorry. So
Yeah,
that's how your name Majestic came up, but you brought
yeah,
that
that's
with
how the name.
barber.
Right, that's how the name Majestic came about.
Got
And fast forward into, you know, the barbering career. I this was when Instagram started coming along, so I didn't have no name or nothing. But when Instagram first came out, um, I was like, damn, I need to be a persona. I need to have like a character. I need to have a brand, a logo to represent myself. And because everybody on Instagram, when it just has started, everybody had like a different name, like a weird name. I'm like, yeah, let me just use Majestic. And bro, it hit. It hit. So I've been Majestic ever since.
Ever since. And it's crazy because I remember, we've been collaborating, we've been doing some trainings together, and going down there to Florida, watch you and Taylor do your thing. And you always, on top of being an incredible trainer, man, watching you do what you do, and I've seen your growth throughout the industry is amazing. But then you add your own little sideshow. And I remember you got there in the middle, and Taylor's like, yeah, let Majestic do he's gonna do a magic trick. I'm thinking there's gonna be some basic, entry level trick that we could all do. But I'm like, I appreciate it. I'm entertaining myself. Like, let's see what happens. And so
Right.
for those of you that are listening, what Majestic did was he had two students come up, and he did this, what is it called? Telepathy?
Telepathy, right? You connect
Telepathy.
two different people together, where like one people can sense what the other person is experiencing.
Got you. So he does this, and he's tapping one of the students at on a body part, and the student that's nowhere near the other student can actually feel this. I don't know how he does it, but he's asking the second student that's not being touched. He's like, where did I just touch you? And he's like, oh, right on my forehead. So the whole class is going crazy because it's like he didn't even touch him. He touched the student that was across from him. So you put on this amazing sideshow, and it was crazy cool. And I think I know you well enough, man. Please tell me that you got something. Can I get a little something real quick? So for the people that are actually
Bro,
watching this on YouTube, can see a little
so you
something,
know what?
a little something.
So you know what? I want to do something a little even better as FaceTime, and I want all the viewers to know that this is not stooge. You're not in it. I'm actually gonna surprise the crap out of you right now,
Got it.
babe. Can you get me from there a pen and some paper, some blank paper? Once we're gonna keep on talking, and I'm gonna actually do a trick through FaceTime,
Got
and in the drawers, see if they're over there, over here, see if there's anything. Yeah, we're gonna do a trick
so
through FaceTime.
so while she's getting your stuff, tell us where it is that
Right.
you're from, and currently right now what clinic are you representing?
So I am from Puerto Rico and New Jersey. So I was born in New Jersey, raised in Puerto Rico, and I currently represent the Taylor Perry brand. One of
Outstanding.
the master artists here. What happened? I'm sorry.
I said outstanding.
Yeah, thank you, man. So I currently represent the Taylor Perry brand, and I couldn't be more happy, man. It's amazing. It's been going into higher levels ever since I joined the brand,
Yeah, for sure,
for
man.
sure.
When I saw that connection happen, I was super happy for you. And I don't know if I've told you this. I don't know if any of the other artists while we're there, because Taylor got like 6-7 of us, because he's got like 50-60 students, under one roof. So he's recruiting S&P artists from all over. But when every time I see you up there and I see you doing your thing, and I see how you get the attention of the students, I look at one of the artists that's closest to me, and I tell them, yo, you know what's crazy, man? Like, I remember when Luis first came out, and I remember the video that you put out, because I'm not gonna lie, bro, I've never told you this, because I was like, if I get him on the podcast is when I'm gonna tell him. I saw your video, bro, and I was hating. Bro. Not hating out.
Wait,
I wasn't hating on some like, oh, he sucks, this, that, the third. But I was hating like, yo, that you put out that video and you wearing like you got your little your doctor's jacket on, and you doing your thing. And I was like, you put it together real nice. But I started looking, and I was like, wow, this guy is close to me, because yeah, I'm in New York, but I'm
yeah,
in the country of New York. So like, for me, I have first movers advantage. So I intercept everybody that doesn't want to go and deal with everything you got to deal with going into the city. But now you show up and you put that video out, and I'm like, who the hell is this majestic character? And he's wearing a doctor's apron or whatever they call it, the lab coat. And when I look, I'm like, wow, like this guy's pretty close, man. And I was like, I gotta watch out for him. I gotta watch out for him. Then I stopped paying attention, and I see you evolved into the majestic that you are now. But I knew when I saw that video, I was like, I got it. What feared why I was hating. Let me elaborate on it, because watching you put the lab coat on and all that, and I was like, man, this guy's got charisma. So I got to be careful, because charismatic guys like that, they draw, like, for some reason, clients, they love that when they see that. They see like, oh, this person, he's actually human. They're down to earth, so they want to come and they want you to be their artist. So that's just a little, background on that video that you put out. So now, before we go further with any other questions, do you got the props that you need for this magic trick?
Yes, I just need a quick second to write something down, because I'm going to read your mind.
All right, let's do it. All right, so
give me 1 second. Is there a marker, like a Sharpie or something?
Ready, and he's gonna bless us with a magic trick. Usually during Taylor Perry's training, he charges an additional $10 each student, for this. Let
me write this down real quick. Okay. All right. And this is horrible.
All right, so you're writing something down on a piece of paper.
I'm writing something down on a piece of paper, and it is a prediction. All right. So I wrote something in this paper right here, right? I wrote something in this paper right here, and you know what? So that it could be visible on the camera, that there's no cuts or nothing, I'm gonna put it right here before we actually start this trick. So for you, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Can you just pick one? Just say whichever one.
You want me to say it out loud?
Say it out loud. It's fine.
All right, number 4.
Pick one number. Number 4? Cool. Now, real quick, pick another one.
2.
Number 2. Awesome. Now, pick another one. Wait. Now we only have 2 left, right?
Yeah.
We have 3 and 1, right? Now this is only two left. Pick one.
The number 1.
Pick either one. You want number 1?
Yeah, number 1.
You sure? You don't want to change? You don't want to change to number 3? You sure?
Positive, number 1.
Okay. So now this was completely your choice. Completely your choice. I didn't influence you in no type of way. I just knew, and I could predict the future on certain things, where I knew that you wasn't gonna pick 1, 2, or 4. The only one left is number 3. The only one left is number 3. You remember this paper that I put here?
Yeah.
That has been there the whole time? Look at this.
No way.
Look at this. Look at this. Okay, I'm gonna bring it up to the camera very slowly. David, can you say it with me?
David
will
pick.
Wait. Wait. David will pick number 3.
That's Bro, you the man. You the man, bro. You the man.
Yo, can I get an applause for that one?
You the man, bro.
Can I get a round of applause for that one?
You the man. You the man. Guys, if you want to see what Majestic just did, you're gonna have to check out the interview on YouTube, man. This dude is absolutely amazing. Aside from an S&P artist, man, he's such a character, man, and to work with him is absolutely amazing because he has skills like this. But now let's get into the real deal, what we really came for, brother.
Let's get into the real deal.
So now, We already know you're an amazing magician, brother. But how's the SMP business, brother? How's that going for you?
Well, the SMP has been a blessing ever since I did it, right? Ever since I did SMP, it has been a blessing. And but currently how it's going is I'm feeling the shift of the industry. I'm feeling the shift. I'm feeling how, there's more artists coming out. It's a little slower than when I first started, for sure. And that's how it's going as of right now, and I gotta keep it real. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing and be like, oh yeah, it's going great, I'm this, I'm that. It's going great. It's just not like it used to, for sure.
Got you. I appreciate that transparency, man. What
Yeah, yeah, man.
what steps are you taking, man, to evolve yourself to become a better SMP artist?
So the steps that I'm taking to become a better SMP artist are actually practice. I still practice, dude. I look at other people and I feel like their SMP is really good. And I try to see what they are doing and what I can do. Like, I was just telling you the other day, I saw Tony stuff and the Black Rain thing, and I'm like, dude, I need to like learn this. I feel like that is really nice. And I don't care who says what, I think it's really good. I think it looks really nice. I haven't seen the healing of it, but I want to learn it. I want to learn it. I want to evolve, and I want to keep practicing to get better. If my SMP gets better, that means that I'm growing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that black rain, like you said, we were talking about that black rain technique. Is crazy. And that's great that you still do that to help you. You want to evolve. You want to get better. So essentially,
Yeah.
you still consider yourself to be a student of the game, regardless that you're in an instructor capacity now.
Dude, I'm new to this, man. I'm new to it. I'm still learning. And some of my work, it might be good. Some of my work be my little iffy, and it's because I'm still a student. I'm still learning. I still ask one of my first trainers. I still ask him stuff like, Juan, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I ask Taylor, be like, yo, Taylor, what do you think about this, man? Dog, do you think I put too much pressure here? What do you think? I still ask them, and they were my trainers, and to this day, dude, I still keep it humble. I keep progressing. I keep progressing. I keep getting better because of my attitude.
Yeah, for sure, man. And what are you doing these days, bro, to stay inspired, to still want to reach better levels in SMP?
So one of the things I do to stay inspired is, to be honest, what it really inspires me a little bit and it motivates me is money. I gotta be honest. It inspires me. It motivates me. If I can get better and I can see how I can get more clients and do these videos, do that to get a better clientele, bigger clientele, that's what motivates me, to be honest. I can't even lie.
I appreciate that transparency, brother. Listen, hey, that's what it is, bro. Are you
Yeah, yeah.
satisfied with your current level of success in the industry? And if you're not, what is it? What is it that's missing?
Am I satisfied with my current level of success? I can say that I'm satisfied, but I'm not content, if that's the right
Yeah,
proper grammar to express it.
yeah,
Like I'm satisfied, but I'm not content. Like I feel that I still need more, and that's why I keep striving to do more, to get better, practice more, get more clients, do more videos. I'm learning. I keep evolving. I'm learning videography now, and this is not part of. This is nothing, has nothing to do with being good at SMP, but I want to get better. And one of the steps for me to get better is learning videography and getting these videos out there, this content to the world.
yeah, for sure. I mean, it might not make you a better SMP artist, but it'll help you build a better brand as an SMP artist. So, absolutely.
Yep.
Okay. So, do you
Yeah.
see yourself in this industry, for another 5 years?
Do I see myself in this industry for another 5 years? I'm not going nowhere in this industry. I'm here. I came in and I'm here to stay. uh will I slow down with a little, more like passive income and stuff? Yeah, I'm gonna slow down a little bit in the industry, but I'm never gonna say no to my clients that I have had for many years. I'm never gonna say no to a new client that wants to come in and get their SMP done. I'm always gonna do SMP forever, just the same way as like I'm always gonna be a barber for the rest of my life. No matter how long I'm without cutting hair, I'm always gonna cut hair somehow.
Yeah.
If it's my friend, if it's my dad, if it's anybody, I'm a barber at heart. And when I learned SMP, I feel like I'm an SMP artist at heart. So that's gonna remain like that for the rest of my life, no matter what I do. I could be this real estate guru. I could be right next to Grant Cardone, and I'm still gonna be an SMP artist.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's a for life thing,
got you. And now, so
you
you
know.
say, I wanted to ask you what drives you, but I understand that, yes, you do have, uh, you're money driven, but I'm pretty sure that to some respect there's something like the relationship that you build with a client that has to do with some of that drive. Is it safe to say that? Like, do you do, or is it solely money driven?
No, 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 not really. There is a base in there that it touches my heart, and it is clients, dude. It is the fact that I can. I feel like this is corny to say, but it's really because everybody says the same thing. Every scalp artist says the same thing, that they really care for changing these people's lives, and that's exactly how I feel as well, man. Like once these guys get this done, they come in like this, and then they leave like that. It's a really good feeling. It's a feeling that even if you wasn't charging, you still feel fulfilled. Even if you wasn't charging money, I would still feel fulfilled. Same way when I started cutting hair, and I wasn't good at cutting hair. Once I got good and I started doing these haircuts, I had such a passion for it. When I started doing these good haircuts, that I honestly just want to kind of like to show off to my friends, and cut their hair so they could feel so good, and that fulfilled me. Even if they just paid me $5, because that's what I used to charge.
Five out of haircuts. I remember those days.
Yo, under an almond tree, bro, in Puerto Rico. I didn't even have a spot. I was in a basketball court under an almond tree cutting hair.
On the almond tree.
Yeah, under an almond tree, because that's what would block me from the sun. In Puerto Rico, there's a lot of sun. So I was in a basketball court, and that's the only place that there was a little bit of shade at. So I would just put my chair, an extension cord for my machines, and I'll rock out. That's how I used to do it.
Do you feel that having experienced that, like growing up, having to be a barber under those conditions, right, and then moving your way like into a barber's chair, now evolving into scalp micropigmentation, do you feel having underwent that experience that has helped you to become a better SMP artist, a better teacher?
1,000%. 1,000%, it has made me better, because I know what it is to not have nothing. I know what it is to be on zero. I know what it is to just have like, $5 haircuts. I know what it is to do a shaper for $1. And to be at the level that I am now, it makes me grateful. It makes me grateful to be able to do what I do, and to be at the level that I'm at. It's And look back at cutting hair under an almond tree. It's very. I feel blessed. I feel
Motivated.
blessed. I don't even have no more words for that. I feel blessed.
And so how about now? Let's talk about how now, right? You come up, you're doing your thing at S&P, you're making a wave, you're making a name for yourself in Jersey, and then we get this announcement that you're coming down. One of your very super excited announcement. Hey guys, I'm going down to Miami. I'm gonna be part of the Taylor Perry brand. How did that even come about, bro? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, like I watch everybody, whether it's just because I want to see artist procedure, but then when I took on this task of the podcast, it's like I'm forced to just like really be looking at other artists and see what it is that they're doing. Are they bringing something different to the industry, et cetera, et cetera? Like, what's the contribution? Like, so then I see this and I'm like, wow, I never would have imagined that, from happening. Can you talk to us? How did that even, what led up to that?
So it was totally like impromptu, dude. It was like I didn't even expect it myself. I was building my brand. I was building the Majestic Stylez brand, and which I still am. And I was rocking out New Jersey. I was doing really good, and I've been friends with Taylor since the beginning of my career when I first was training, and Taylor was one of the people that was helping me through the process. When you start scalp micropigmentation, you train, but it's hard for you to keep, you know, it's hard for you to do this thing. It's not that as easy as it looks. So Taylor was one of those that would help me if I had any question, but without charging me or nothing. He's just a genuine dude. So we became friends for a long time. He's one of the people that helped me succeed in New Jersey in my own brand. So when he asks me, he's like, dude, this is far fetched, but I gotta ask anyways. Would you consider joining forces with me? And I said, wow, dude, this is hard, but let me think about it. I thought about it. I said, okay, what could happen, right? There's two things that could happen: is that I could flop with Taylor, or I can grow. One of the two. Like I lose my brand and I can grow, or I just um really just don't do nothing. But the S&P industry at the time, it was like it's still so new that by me doing this, I knew that I was gonna achieve growth, and I kind of set the money aside for a little bit and said, I don't mind sacrificing a little bit of being an owner to being in a brand where we can grow together. And that was the reason why I came to Miami to grow.
Got you. To grow, and that you did. And I wasn't even gonna bring this up, but I feel like this just ties right into it because I remember, I always tell you about it, and I'd say like I think it's awesome that you did it. And it's in regards to your growth because I do remember, early on in your SMP journey, you would either post photos or you would ask questions on some of the other platforms, for SMP artists. And, some artists would be very, very harsh on you, not extend the hand that you were looking for. I'm assuming, what you got from Taylor and from Juan. And
Right.
this was months back. And then you get to Miami, you really start like popping on a whole other level. And I see one day you come on to one of the social media platform, one of the threads, and you write, uh, I remember back in the days how you guys used to treat me or you guys used to shit on me. Well, look at me now. And then you had a middle finger emoji. And when I read that, bro, I was like, you know what? I kind of felt it because I remember being on the receiving end of like artists like DMing me and telling me like, "Oh, that's trash," blah blah blah. And for me, it was kind of like, you know what? All right, I'm gonna use that to grow. And lucky, I mean, don't get it twisted. I'm pretty sure he did it to you too. Juan spoke to me like that too. He was super like, "Nah, bro," not like it was trash. He was like, "Nah, this is no good, unacceptable."
Right. Right.
He pointed it out, but he didn't just tell me what was wrong. He also helped me. Like he gave me a solution. But
Constructive criticism. Right.
I bring that up because I know now, like when we talk and we're always talking about like, yo, we got to be professionals and there's just certain things, that we shouldn't say. Like when I read that, I was like, at that point, I was like, I don't give a crap about the whole professionalism, bro. Like that was well worth. Like he deserved to put that there because they were, man. They were giving you a really hard time. So, you know, again, to see you where you at now, doing your thing, even bigger than some of these guys that were, you know, that were coming down on you. Pretty rough. But I want to ask you, man, like how does that feel? Because I know you're doing significantly better than a lot of the artists that at some point they were really like coming down on you hard.
Yeah, bro. You know, when I went in there, and I never went in that page again. I just put it there because that was
That was your mic. That was your mic
that
drop.
was my mic drop. I was like, take this real quick. So wait, let me just put this on so that
Easy.
they can get really mad.
You say you mad? You mad? Here's a cake.
You mad?
Now you could be super mad.
You know, let me put this on because you know they all made fun of me. I put a picture up. Let me explain from the beginning really quick because I want to people to know and other SMP artists to know how this really is, man. Can we be real? Can we keep it
Yeah,
real in this
yeah,
podcast?
absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's keep it real. So the industry is not as nice. Most of the industry, they're not as nice. They're not gonna like help you. They probably will mislead you, and that's just a real because that's my experience. That's what happened to me. I don't know how it is now because we have people like you, we have people like Juan, we have people like Taylor, we have people like me that we actually do help people that are starting in the game, and we encourage, you know. And that was nice of my boy Juan to be like, hey, dude, that's not good. You got to do it like this. That's constructive criticism. Now, but when it's criticism that is not constructive, that can make or break somebody.
Yeah.
That can make or break somebody when it's not constructive, man. Not constructive criticism. And I put up a picture in this site that in this Facebook, not the site, in this Facebook. What are they called?
A thread or forum.
Yeah, this Facebook group. And I was recommended to that Facebook group because supposedly they help. And to be honest, I would post my picture, and a whole bunch of these OG SMP artists would just comment bad things on my pictures instead of telling me, hey, dude, that's not how you do it. You need to do this. You need to line up your pressure. You need to not go so dense. You need to do this. They did not do that. They'll be like, oh, that's so bad. You should just stop, quit. These barbers are coming in. You guys don't know what the hell you're doing. All this crazy, mean stuff, bro. And I used it as fuel. That really fueled me. And dude, it was so bad. My picture was so bad that Jonathan hits me up and he's like, yo, bro, you know, we trained you. I don't want them to have I don't want them to have no ammo on you because you're gonna do great. So take it down. And I'm like, nah, I don't care. You know, whatever, man. It's just whatever. It's not a big deal. Like, nah, take it down, bro. Trust me. I've been in this industry for a little bit. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Take it down.
Hey you guys, we are excited to share with you some very exciting news. We have created an online training platform that you can do in the palm of your hand.
With over 20 modules and nearly 80 lessons, this is the most comprehensive and detailed scalp micropigmentation course out there.
For those of you who can't travel here, maybe you're in other countries, you can now learn from your computer, you can sit at home, you can sit in a bus, and you can learn scalp micropigmentation with the greatest innovators in this industry.
Want to learn more? Click the link below.
Down. And he was right. I took it down, and a couple years passed, and those same exact people actually there's one that was from Miami. I'm currently in his town, and he does zilch, zero, not our clients a month, and we're killing him. I'm killing him, and he was the number one that was. And he's here in Miami. I'm not gonna say no names. but I'm not gonna say no names, but he's here in Miami. And if you go to my Instagram, you're gonna see a video of the ball sack hair technique. That was him.
That was his. That
If
was
you
the
go to my
indirect.
Instagram, what
That was the
happened?
indirect. That was your indirect to that artist. That was
Yes, to that artist that he made fun of me when I was starting, and now he's so desperate that he did a bad treatment, very bad, trying to be innovative, trying to do new things, and that was horrible. And you
oh,
know what I did? That was horrible. You know what I did? I did a video laughing at that. I did a video laughing at that. So if you guys go to my Instagram, majestic_styles, you will see that video for sure. And yeah, and I went onto the page after I feel like I am at the top of my game, and I said, hey guys, you know what? Thank you for fueling me. I remember when you guys just trashed my work, and now I am on top of most of you guys right now. It's just,
middle finger emoji.
well, I had to do this for sure.
Yeah. You know, I like to I say whenever I get to speak with a lot of the new, and you know, thankfully because of this platform, yeah, we do have some I wouldn't say OGs that listen to this. If anything, they're more of the ones that are contributing because they
Yeah.
want to help out. But you know, we get a lot of new SMP artists or people that are thinking about doing SMP because they want to hear, you know, the come up, you know, that are listening to this. And I tell a lot of the SMP artists that I try to help, you know, behind the scenes, I tell them, listen, when they told me, they show me, they screenshot these, uh, you know, what they're telling them on these forums and stuff. And they're like, you know, I'm just going to stop. It's been 4 months. And I'm like, 4 months, man. Like, you know, you got to encourage them. But I also tell them this, and I love saying this, and feel free to use it. All right. This is going to be our thing. I tell them, listen, there's nothing worse than an OG SMP artist that does 1 client a month.
Yeah.
Those dudes love to crap on other SMP artists that are just coming in the game. Don't get me wrong, there are a couple that they'll write a freaking paragraph after this is what you did wrong, this is what you need to do, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
You know, that's dope. But then there's some that's like straight trash. And I'm starting to see now that some of the forums, like they're starting to control it a little more, like they're removing, you know, those negative comments. But you know, I say it even to this day because there's you know, they're starting to get a little hate, you know, in the industry. And I say, man, there's nothing worse than some of these OG SMP artists that they're not busy, and it's just like, yo, bro, you're not evolving with the culture that SMP is now. You know, SMP got a little more seasoning in it now. It's no longer, you know, it used to be incredibly polished, right?
Right.
And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but now we're able to do this. Like I can be in my hoodie, I'm performing procedures with my hat on, you know.
Right.
You're dressed the way you are. Shit, you got a whistle, bro. You got a whistle that you use, that you blow to get people's attention, and that's now part of your thing. Like I don't think
Yeah.
I would be able to attend a training, and as much as it pierces my ear, but it's like I want to hear the whistle. You know, I want to hear the whistle. That's part of your thing. So like, and some
Yeah.
artists just can't you know, they don't adapt well with change, unfortunately. And you know, I get
Yeah.
it why you came back, and you know, you had to do what you have to do. Yeah, people could look at it and go, oh, Majestic, that was so unprofessional and childish, you didn't have to do that. But I'm sure it made you feel really, really good. And listen, whatever, but I thought it was funny because
Yeah.
I saw it happen, and it's like, yeah, you know what, the dude's on top of his game now, so
Yeah.
let him talk.
I mean, it made me feel good. You know, it made me feel good. I was like, you know what? I think now is the time that I can throw my weight around a little bit. Yeah, I think now is the time that I can throw my weight around a little bit and remind those guys that talk bad about my work and try to discourage me. Show them how life goes round and round.
Yeah,
And
sure.
yeah.
And speaking of your work, Majestic, do you have a favorite hairline that you like to execute, because you're coming from the New York, New Jersey area, and we know what we like here. But now you're going down to Miami. Miami has a totally, I'm not gonna say totally different. Like they want a certain look, bro. So now for you, do you have a favorite hairline that you like to execute while you're down there?
I do, and not only while I'm down here, while I'm in New Jersey, while I'm in New York, ever since I started, this has been my favorite hairline. It's a mixture between a soft hairline and a hard barbershop edge up, which that is, we call it the happy medium.
Nice.
And it looks like like a lineup, but it's kind of soft, but it's not completely soft where it has a full extended blend into the front. It has like a very short blend right here on the hairline.
So it's
a very
not
short,
as pronounced, like a sharp, like someone took a marker, but you still see the shape of a straight line.
yes, yes. And you know how when you do a soft hairline, it's like an edge, but it's a very soft edge, right? With the happy medium, which is my favorite hairline, is not completely straight like a laser barbershop did it, but it has the edge, and the edge is a little smaller, so it looks like you have a barbershop edge, but it's not quite all the way done.
Got you. Can you walk us through this? I mean, I know sometimes it's very difficult to put into words what it is that we're actually doing with our equipment, but what are you thinking? Like, what's your first session like? Like, what's the spacing like? What are you thinking, bro?
So my process when I do scalp micropigmentation, it's he's gonna have his scalp micropigmentation done from the first session. The second session is a touch-up, almost like if any other artist would do a third or a fourth touch-up. So my spacing, remember, this is gonna be light, and you do it with lighter ink anyways.
And this is with this hairline that you're talking about too, right? You're doing your spacing. You're very conservative.
Yeah, actually, no, I'm not conservative on the first session.
Okay.
I'm a little more bold. I'm a little bolder. The ink is just slightly a little lighter, but I'm bold in the first session, and I put in impressions. I put in impressions for sure. I know you have seen me. I put in a lot of impressions.
And just so that the listeners understand and the viewers understand, your definition of bold is you're laying down a lot more impressions and the density is much tighter than your traditional first session. At least what they say is, I don't know, industry standard. I hate using that term, by the way, but just so that people have some sort of familiarization, right? That's what you mean by bold. It's not your traditional one pass. You're doing like 2-3 passes on
the first session.
Got you.
Yep. So
And,
2-3 passes.
and that's even with this like what you call it, a happy medium hairline. That's exactly what you're doing, right? Same thing on your first session. All right, so now it comes back healed second session. What's the second session like? What are you looking for to enhance this hairline?
So on the second session, when your first session, you have a good foundation. Your dots are really good. All the pressure is consistent. Everything looks even, right? If there's any light spots or anything, I don't go and tackle just the light spots, because that's gonna make it more spotty. There's no way you have like that great AI sense of artificial intelligence sense of, let me just put a couple here and it's gonna match the rest because this is light over here. I'm gonna put a couple there and then it's gonna match. No. So what I do is, second session, I do an even run. In those spots that are lighter, I just tighten up a little bit. I put a little more there, and then I keep going even. So on my second session, it's basically an even layer in between what I did previous in the first session.
Are you doing 2 or 3 passes as well on your second session?
No, no. Second session, it's only one pass if needed. If it's too light, if needed, it's too light. If needed, then it'll have a second pass. But usually it's not needed because the first session everything is done. He comes back nice. He comes back dark. There might be a spot here or there that we missed, not that we missed, but that the pressure wasn't as consistent and it looks lighter, or the density, I opened up a little bit right there and it looks like a little lighter. It doesn't happen often because I have a lot of experience and my pressure and my density are very good. So it doesn't happen often, but it does happen. Does happen where like your pressure in certain areas it's a little lighter, or you put a little too much impression, or you opened up a little bit and it looks lighter when the healing comes, when the client comes back healed.
How about a third session? Do you typically bring them in for a third session, like as a a quick fine tuning, or for the most part, the way you're layering your density and your impressions, you don't find a need for that?
Never come back for a third session. It happens, but it's rare. It's once in the blue, or the client is extremely picky and he wants it darker. But that's why I kind of rearranged how I was taught, and I started doing my SMP a little darker because I found myself doing it the way I was taught, and everybody in all the clients were asking like, dude, I want it darker. And I kept on doing like 3 sessions, and I was like, damn, I gotta get this down to 2 sessions. Why? So let me just go a little darker from the get on the first session, and the second session is gonna be done. And always not as dense to the point where there is no skin shining through. I always leave skin shining through. That's why in the healing process, once it's healed, it looks great and it looks even, because there's always skin shining through those impressions.
Got you. Thank you for thank you for walking us through that. You did a really good job explaining it too, brother.
Yeah, I tried. I'm not too sure if I did.
I tell you all the time, man. I know you don't need my reassurance, but when I pull you to the side, I always tell you, you got it, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
What do you think is a business aspect? I understand you're taking videography classes because you want to strengthen the brand. So you want to be a content creator. Well, these days you have to be a content is money right now. So I understand
why
you're doing the videos, but from a business aspect, what a business aspect in the industry, where do you wish you were stronger at?
One part I wish I was stronger at, to be honest, wow, that's a good question. That's a little hard to answer, but I honestly think that I would like to be stronger in bringing in like a boatload of clients, like bringing them in and locking them in. No, not blocking them in, just bringing them in. I wish I could be better at bringing more masses.
Gotcha.
Because I could bring clients, but I kind of want to be like a client magnet. That's where I feel like I can get better.
Do you find yourself, because you work under the Taylor Perry umbrella, and Taylor does a phenomenal job in getting people in his chair. Do you use that as a friendly, like, yo, this is what I need to be doing? Like, one day, this is how I'm gonna get it.
Absolutely, bro. He's an inspiration. Absolutely. There's no question about it. He's an inspiration to me, and yeah, absolutely. He brings people into the chair the way I want to do it. So I wanna get like that. You know what I mean? I want to get to the point, but there is a difference, man. Like when you're under a brand, you're not the face. So everybody would want to go to the person that they encounter first in the ads and the whole night. You know how it is.
Right.
So when you're under a brand, the people have to really feel you out
to see.
Right, they gotta feel you out because you're not the first person they encounter. And I know this because I had my own clinic in New Jersey, and I had employees. I taught my dad how to do SMP because I was so busy and I needed help. So everybody that came in, and they wanted me because they saw everything, all the advertisement and everything was me. So when I was so busy and I tried to put them with my dad, which he's an awesome SMP artist, they would be like, oh, I'm not sure, da 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 da. And I'm like, man, only if you knew he's just as good as me. He's so good, or even better. My dad is an amazing artist, and they would gravitate towards me, even if I could have been worse than him at doing SMP, and they still would want to come to me. I'm like, dude, do you see his work? Like, bro, he takes more time than me because I'm so busy. I gotta get this popping. He actually is trying to get this to perfection, even though I do as well. But if you're a little busy doing 2 to 3 clients a day, it's different. I know some of the OGs can't resonate with doing 2 to 3 clients a day, but
one day. We all got
I know some of the OGs can't resonate with that, but
we all got hopes and dreams, bro.
not we all. Not you can't include yourself in that.
If I was a new SMP artist, right, just starting out, what marketing advice would you give me? And I feel like this is an appropriate question to ask you because you are, in fact, a personality. You are incredibly charismatic, and I see you capitalizing off of that. To a certain respect, I think that's why, outside of work, we also get along so well because, again, we're also barbers and we're trained to be chameleons. So like we can be professional, we can ride the fine line, and we could be, we could be comedians, we could be bozos. So
yeah.
If I was a new guy, what
Yeah.
marketing advice would you give me to help me jumpstart my SMP career?
I have one word for that. Marketing advice that I could give a newcomer into this industry. I have only one word. And you know what that word is? It's called identity. Have your own identity in this industry. If you try to imitate others, you're just gonna be he's like this guy. He's not that guy. He's not the guy. He's just like, it's like, oh, look at this Ferrari. It looks just like the Lambo. Or look at this Corvette. It looks just like the Lambo. It's kind of a little lower than the actual Lambo, like you kind of compare it and just find your own identity. And as a marketing strategy, no matter what you do, you have to do videos. You have to do these videos. And I'm talking about this, bro. And I'm gonna be honest. Can I keep it real? I've been slacking on the videos right now. I've been slacking.
You don't want. It's not as easy as it thinks, man. And look,
No, it's not.
A setup. I know you guys have a setup. I have a setup, but sometimes just in the midst of working and then trying to devote 3-4 hours to creating content, like it could be difficult. And it's a must. You have to do it.
Dude. So as a content creator that I am, I can honestly say that has been the pivotal thing for me to be successful in this industry, which is creating. Damn, I burped. Can you edit that out?
No, I'm keeping that.
So this has been the pivotal thing for my career, which is doing videos, man, entertaining. There's 5 things. You know what? I'm not gonna mention all 5, but there's 5 things that make you great for content on social media. One is entertainment. You need to be able to entertain. That you do content that entertains, that's gonna fly on social media. Another one is education. You do content that educates, that's gonna fly on social media. I'm not gonna mention all of them because I'm gonna keep it real. I forgot. But those are 2.
I was like, this is good. He knows them all.
Yeah, this is good. He said 5. I know there's 5, but I just forgot the other one.
I know the top 2. I know I'm doing the top 2.
Top 2, entertainment. Top 2, entertainment and content, and education and content. Those are things that you can.
And then going back to what you originally said, having your own identity, which I agree with you. I think that's incredibly important. I do see how it's easy to want to emulate another artist as well too, but you're your own person. You got your own story. Like, don't be scared to tap.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely. All and
right.
wait, really quick. I'm sorry to interrupt, but really quick. Doing this camera thing is not easy. Doing this camera thing, you put on the camera, you're gonna stutter a lot. You're gonna say ahs a lot. And to be honest, another little bit of advice for them out there, the newcomers out there, dude, if you're struggling with that, do what I'm doing. I go to Toastmasters, public speaking classes. Hey, that's a good thing to do. It don't matter like if you're good at the. I do it because I'm not good at the English language that much. I have, my Spanish is my first language, so I learned, and it helps you with the stuttering, it helps you with the ums, with the ahs, and it gets you to the point where you can bring your message across without those barriers that you're thinking and searching for words, and it makes it more clear on video.
That is a great plug for someone who lacks the confidence that they need to, one, be on camera, or just in general, public speaking. Toastmasters, that's an amazing is an amazing group.
Yeah.
So if you guys you want more information on that, Majestic, why don't you, since you were the one who put it out, like where can they go to get more information so they can better themselves in public speaking and just being in front of the camera?
Absolutely. So if you're struggling with like doing the camera stuff and having your own personality, your own thing, feeling comfortable, like the way we are right now, we have a lot of practice in this camera thing. So we're here, we're practicing. Right now, we're practicing. This is all good for future videos. So if you want to feel comfortable, go to Toastmasters.com, and there's Toastmasters all over the US. I'm telling you, not even the US, all over the world. So, yeah, it's a worldwide thing. And honestly, it's like for free. You just go there for free. Now there is a subscription and a thing if you want to go in deeper and you want to learn techniques and stuff. But you can go there for free and do speeches in front of people, and you will have a panel of judges that can help you be like, hey, you had 3 ums, you had 5 ahs, you had a extended and because you was looking for a word, and they help you with this stuff, and you will be very fluent in the camera. When you go in front of that camera, it's like you're going in front of that audience that you always practice on every single week in Toastmasters, and you go in front of that camera and you're just gonna flow, man. It's gonna be really good. So I encourage everybody to go to Toastmasters.com. And damn, are we doing free advertising?
Free ads, bro. Free ads. You know what? We're gonna cut this into a clip, and we're gonna send it their way and be like, "Yo,
can
Majestic, Scalp Solutions. We need a little something.
I need Toastmasters to give us a little bit on this, man. We're gonna have to cut it.
But no, man. Thank you for bringing that up. That's definitely good valuable information for the listeners. Let's get to my next question. What's something that you know now that you wish you knew when you first started out?
Something I know now that I wish that I knew when I started out was put more impressions on that head.
Too spaced out. 5 session treatments.
Dude, it was too spaced out, and it was really good SMP. Great. But they still look bald after. It was still too light. So they come to you so that they can take care of their hair loss, but they did a little something that it looks like a little shadow that is very light, and you could hardly see it. And unfortunately, most of the industry is like that. And I figured this out from the get, and that helped me be more successful. I wish I knew it when I first started, so that I didn't have to go through this trouble of doing 4 or 5 sessions on somebody, because I was taught, a certain way, where the industry has shifted. The industry has shifted, dude. Nobody wants a light SMP like that no more. You need to make this SMP a little darker, not extremely dark that it's going to look green or blue, but just more impressions in there so that it can actually look like he has a full set of, like, a short buzz haircut.
I'm not play devil's advocate with you, and I'm sorry I cut you off. I thought you were done.
That's cool. That's cool.
I understand wanting to go darker, but you don't think that wishing that you knew when you in your earlier stages that you can push it, you can go a little darker. You don't think though, having spent those first couple of clients, having to do 4 or 5 sessions, that helped you to a certain respect? Because now you knew, like, all right, I understand that this is a process that I need to trust, and you're not botching them because you didn't like immediately. So like, to a certain sense, like, it was beneficial too that you took, 4 or 5 sessions. Is that safe to say?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I gotta agree with you on that. If I didn't start off doing the SMP very light and very safe, I couldn't get to the level of figuring out where, like, oh, dude, I need to go a little darker in order for my clients to be completely satisfied. I needed to learn that in the industry, and not through a training, because I could have pushed it because I don't have no sense of pressure and density. I could have, being a beginner, I could have pushed it a little too far and then went too dark. And then there's no going back on that.
And I totally get it, because now it's like, man, there was so much time wasted that I could have had another client in. But I feel like it was also one of those necessary evils. But you know what? I agree. I wish I would have known that too, what I know now. Hey, on that first session, you can do 2-3 passes.
Yeah.
I learned that from Tony, watching him. I was like, what is this guy doing? This guy just broke all the rules. He just broke all the rules, and he makes it look natural. Game over. All right.
Yeah.
My brother, before we wrap it up, I want you to let everybody know where it is that they can find you, if they need any questions, any upcoming trainings that you got going on, any events, let them know.
Bro, so check it out. My Instagram is majestic_styles. You can find me there. You can see all the pictures. I have my website. It's majestic-styles.com. And you can always find me on Facebook as well, Majestic Stylez. And you could always find me, and you want to book with me. If you're a client watching this, hey, dude, I'm here. You know my story. Come holla at your boy.
Outstanding. Majestic, my brother, it's always a pleasure chopping it up with you, whether it's, working together with you or just hanging out with you, man. You're an awesome dude. I'm proud to see, what you've done in SMP and with yourself, bro. And like I said, that your story of going in there and dropping that middle finger is gonna always be my favorite, regardless of how unprofessional it was. Is always one of my favorite stories to tell anybody who's coming up. And I want to thank you for taking out time from your busy schedule, man, to jump on the podcast, brother, and chop it up with us.
Thank you, man. It's such a pleasure, bro. And I hope this podcast can add value to newcomers, to SMP artists that are OGs, and to clients out there looking for a great artist to do their SMP. I hope this can add value to everybody, man. I'm here, your boy, Majestic Stylez, David Santiago, podcast extraordinaire. Let's do this.
I appreciate you, my brother. Guys, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Scalp Solutions podcast. Until the next time, peace.
Adios. Zumba Yandel.
So feel me rain from behind. Black rain. Peace to the in the game. Black rain. Through the struggles and the strain. Black rain. Elements of mine. So feel the rain from behind. Black rain. Peace to the in the game. Black rain. Through the struggles and the strain. Black rain. Elements of mine. To feel the rain from behind. I'm sorta like a killer devil rebel. The getaway cars are the sounds of the bass and the treble. Cause I get into mine able and